Dear brothers and sisters, we extend you a warm welcome to our Spiritual Gems comments for the week of December 1st to 7th, 2025. We're considering Isaiah chapter 3 to 5. And let's start by reading the first verses from Isaiah 5:8-9. We read, to those who join one house to another house and who annex one field to another field until there is no more room, and you live by yourselves on the land, Jehovah of armies has a sword in my ears, that many houses, though great and beautiful, will become an object of horror, without an inhabitant. The question we read is, what were the Israelites doing that displeased Jehovah? And some of them were greedily breaking. According to these verses, we read that some of them were breaking the law about real estate, divine laws regulating property, and that's not okay, and it happens today. And this teaches us that we must be careful not to take advantage of the defenseless, even to the point of keeping property dishonestly. Okay, now, what spiritual gems from this week's Bible reading would you like to share? And let's start with number 1, and this is 3:4. We read, I'll make boys their princes, and the unstable will rule over them. This teaches us that Jehovah is a stable ruler, and of course Jesus, his son, as well. We need both Jehovah and his son Jesus, and this teaches us to depend radically on them, our immovable rock, and not on people. It motivates us to listen Jehovah's voice through the Bible study and of course the spiritual food. Number 2, 3:10 and 11, we read, Tell the righteous that it'll go well for them, they'll be rewarded for what they do. Would the wicked one, disaster will befall him, for what his hands have done will be done to him. This teaches us that our actions have consequences. This truth is not meant to scare us, but to motivate us to sow good actions, trusting that Jehovah will bless us for our deeds and our faith. Number 3, 3:18, we read, In that day Jehovah will take away the beauty of their bangles, and the headbands and the crescent-shaped ornaments. So many adorn themselves with jewels, but before God we can present ourselves with a pure heart, like a great ornament. Jehovah warns us against arrogance and external show that hides an empty heart. Instead of seeking validation through appearances, he values a humble and authentic spirit. This motivates us to invest more in adorning our heart with his fruits. Number 4. Now let's see chapter 5 and now verse 2. He dug up and reared off stones. He planted it with a choice red vine, built a tower in the middle of it, and hewed out a winepress in it. Then he kept hoping for it and to produce grapes, but it produced only wild grapes. The parable of the vineyard is an invitation to self-examination. Jehovah has given us everything necessary: fertile ground, protection, care, etc. to bear fruit. And this makes us think, what good grapes, love, peace, patience, service is Jehovah looking for us to produce? Number 5. Now 5:7 we read, For the vineyard of Jehovah of armies is the house of Israel. The men of Judah are the plantation he was fond of, and he kept hoping for justice. But look, there was injustice, for the righteousness, but look, a cry of distress. We recently discussed about injustices in the Watchtower study some weeks ago. And Jehovah loves justice, and he is grieved when he sees selfishness and indifference in people. And this motivates us to be agents of justice, of his justice in our world, in our family, in our work, in our congregation, to defend the weak, to be honest, and live with integrity. Number 6, 5:8. Who those who join one house to another house, and who annex one field to another field, until there is no more room, and you live by yourselves on the land. This teaches us to guard against greed, the insatiable desire to possess more houses, lands, possessions, etc. can isolate us and makes us insensitive to the needs of others. Jehovah encourages us to live a life of contentment and generosity, trusting that He is our provider. Number 7, 5:12. We read, They have harp and stringed instrument, tambourine, flute, and wine at their feasts, but they don't consider the activity of Jehovah, and they don't see the work of his hands. So, enjoyment and entertainment, having a good time, are not bad. It's part of life. The thing is when they distract us so much that we don't think about the acts of Jehovah. This motivates us to find our greatest joy in serving Him and to thank Him in the midst of our joy. Number 8, 5:21, we read, Who those wise in their own eyes and discreet in their own sight. So this teaches us that believing we're always right and that our opinion is the only valid one is dangerous. Jehovah warns us against being proud and encourages us to seek His wisdom in His word and to be willing to learn from others. Number 9, 5:23. Those who acquit the wicked for a bribe, and who deny justice to the righteous. We live in a world that often rewards deceit and justifies evil. God values integrity and loyalty. This motivates us to be people who defend truth and justice, even when it's not what the majority wants. Number 10. 4:6 we read, And there will be both for shade by day from the heat, and for a refuge and protection from storms and the rain. So this verse motivates us because in the midst of life's storms, Jehovah promises to be a refuge. He will create a both to give us a shade and a safe refuge. It motivates us to run to Him in times of distress, trusting that we're completely safe under His shadow, under His wings. Dear brothers and sisters, thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have a wonderful day, and we want to say hello to some dear brothers and sisters, some friends like Lindell Wynn, Janet Perez, Onanja, Vlogsu, Lisa, Jacinta, Eric Stewart, Adri Bell, Franz Bonzo, Benga Falokun, Helen, Junior Oragon, Someone, Random Person, Agnes Itua, Gil Rodriguez, Gerson de Talo, Eric Stewart, Once again, thank you so much. You're awesome. And thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you in our next video. Bye for now.